And after you leave a like, remember to smash the subscribe button if you haven't subscribed to my channel as yet. And remember to hit the notification bell so every time I post a video, you can know right away. Subscribe, 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 subscribe.
What's up, my YouTube friends, viewers, subscribers, everybody? Welcome back to another banger motivational video. And the topic for today is time and patience is everything when you want to win. Because what I come to understand is a lot of people, well, the ones who are impatient are the ones that always lose. Because guess what? Whenever somebody's trying to achieve something, they want it now. And sometimes I think, well, most times I think that's what destroy people's plan, because when you're trying to do something, you need time, number one, and then you need to be patient, which is number two. So with that being said, is once you know how to, like, once you've mastered the art of time and patience, bro, you will be surprised of the results that you're gonna get. A lot of people, they ruin their lives and they destroy themselves, all because it's almost like, oh, I'm doing something now and I want the result now. But life doesn't work like that. Because if you're aiming to be the best version of yourself possible, which means you have to dedicate a lot of time towards something, which means a job or the gym or whatever it is that you're doing, that's time right there that you're investing. So first you need to invest time in whatever it is that you're doing, because you need time on your side, which means you need to be doing specific things at specific time. So with that being said, is patience is the other thing. Like a lot of people, they can master the art of time. You know, you go into work, you clock in, you're okay, you go home, everything's okay. But the thing is, once you want to advance above being average, then you got to be patient, especially if you're the type or the person that you didn't inherit anything from nobody, or there's nobody helping you, or you're walking your road alone. Like each of us have our own destination. I just want to make sure I say that. So with that being said, is sometimes I think whenever somebody's doing something and they do like couple stuff, they put a little bit of effort in, and you know, they're like, oh, I'm doing this. A lot of people are not patient enough. You see, life is about determination, which means it all depends on how far you're willing to go. Like everybody's will is within them, so somebody else can put you forward. So whenever you're trying to do something or you're trying to achieve something and you're impatient, if you ever notice those ones who are like, oh, I did all of this and I can't get my result now and blah blah blah, blah this and blah blah blah, always notice those people get nowhere. Because you see, that's the thing with life. What a lot of people, they refuse to understand is when you're doing something, life is about investing, which means you do small portions here and there, and then as time progresses, if you're patient enough, you're gonna get a big refund. It's like putting money in a saving account. Every time you get paid or every month you put a certain amount of money and you don't touch it. Then once a year go by or 3 year go by or 5 year go by, once you didn't touch that money, what do you think is gonna happen? Gonna keep stocking up. So with that being said, is once you apply this to your life, you'll be surprised of the things that you can actually achieve. And I think a lot of people, they didn't get a chance to achieve exactly what they want, or they don't get a chance to win, all because they're impatient. Because it's like, okay, I'm doing this now, I need my result now. But not in most cases, trust me. I've seen a lot of people, they get up and they try to do everything, and it's like, oh, if this don't happen right now, then I'm gonna try doing something else, or I'm gonna quit entirely. But those are the type of people that always never end up getting nowhere. You want to know why? Because they're putting minimum effort. I gotta remember, time is still flowing by. So if you're putting in minimum effort in something, and it's like, okay, I just want to put the bare minimum here, and then see what happens. Oh, nothing will happen. Okay, let me go put bare minimum there, and then nothing will happen, bro. Time is still flowing by. But once you're doing the right thing at the right time, well, like I always say in all of my motivational videos, is you have to know yourself, and you have to know your capabilities, and you have to know your abilities. You have to know who you really are. And then once you know who you really are, then you focus on what you can do, what you can make happen. And once you understand this, then you can use time in order to get things done, which means live your life on a schedule. I did a whole video about time management, so I'm not going to get into the whole thing about time, because like What's the point? I did it already. So with that being said, is patience is the biggest thing when you're trying to win. Like I said in the beginning, life is about investing. But if you're impatient, you're going to ruin everything before it actually come to pass. You want to know why? Because like imagine you're walking a straight path, right? And you're taking your time and you're walking and walking and walking. Or you're trying to, better example, have you ever been lost and you're trying to find somewhere or find something and you're walking and you're like, or even driving, you're on the street and you're like, oh, I don't see it. And you keep going, you keep going, you keep going. And you're like, no, no, I think I missed my turn or I took the wrong street or, and then you start getting that sense of anxiety where your heart rate is increasing and you're like, oh my God, I missed the turn and whatnot. I don't know where I'm going. Then you keep going and you keep going and you keep going. And then out of nowhere, you found exactly what you're looking for, then you get that sudden relief. So imagine if you're walking or driving or whatever, and then once you feel the anxiety, then all of a sudden you do a U-turn and you go back. You will never find what you're looking for. The only reason why you found it is because you kept moving forward. So with that being said, is even though you were nervous, you were still patient enough to still drive or walk forward until you found exactly what you're looking for. That's the thing, because a lot of people, they destroy themselves all because they refuse to be patient enough. And a lot of people, they will think, oh, I'm doing this for 6 months and I don't see no result. Bro, sometimes the results will come over a period of time, especially it depends on whatever you're doing. So with that being said, is if it's only you making stuff happen and you're impatient, you're going to get nowhere. You want to know why? Because you're doing something and then you can't see the result right away, but it's there. And if you're impatient, you're going to destroy every single thing. This is why there's more people losing than there are ones who are winning. Because winners, they understand this concept, which means they keep doing it and they're doing it and they're doing it. It's like consistency, if that makes sense. So when you're doing something, you have to keep doing it in order to see the result. And you have to be patient enough so when the result come, you'll be like, oh, all my hard work was paid off. That's what people call all my hard work was paid off. How many times have you heard these choices of words where you're doing something and then all of a sudden, or better example, so you're working and you're trying to buy a car, or you're trying to buy a bedroom set, or you're trying to buy something, and then you're working and you're saving. The hardest part of saving is the first part where you got $0 and you're still spending and you're trying to save. That's the hardest part. But once you sort of lock in, and then it's like, okay, you're still going to work every day, and that's time because you're going in, you're putting time in to get the money, but you're patient enough to keep stocking it up. So after the time goes by and you're patient, once you have achieved whatever it is that you were saving for, then it's like, oh yeah, all my hard work was paid off. That's why people always say that saying, because they were patient enough because they waited. A lot of people, they refuse to wait, or I'm guessing sometimes there's other people in their mind saying, oh, but if you're doing this for 6 months, that means it's not working. Not in most cases. Everybody's different. Everybody have different qualities. Like everybody process things different and everybody's strength is different and not everybody is fast paced. You know what I mean? So some people will take longer to get certain places than others. But the thing is, getting there is what really matters. Because a lot of people, to them, it's like they think life is about racing. So it's like, oh, if I get there first, and you didn't get there the same time as me, then I'm winning and you're losing. But life is not like that. Life is about who will end up there. But a lot of people, they refuse to understand this. To them, it's like, oh, if I do it before you, then I'm winning and you're losing. You want to know the funniest thing? I've seen a lot of people try to do the same thing as me and it don't work for them. And then they look back at me and then they're wondering how my life is like this. And then they're wondering how their life is like that. The thing is, they're not me. And that's the thing with life. Once you understand who you are and what you can do, and you put time in and you're patient enough to wait for the results, you will get it. You will get it. Especially if you're starting something, well, If you start something and you didn't inherit anything, then you start from the bottom basically. And a lot of people, they start their business from the bottom. They start their own company. They start saving. Like everything in most things starts from the bottom, unless you inherit something or your family give you a head start. But majority of people who didn't get a head start have to start from zero. But the thing is, they were patient enough. So they kept working and working and working and working and working and working and working. And they were patient enough to wait for the results. And a lot of people who are impatient, they destroy everything before they even get a chance to see the result. That's the main reason why a lot of people are not winning. Because they can't wait. Because it's like, oh, if I'm doing this now, I need the result now. But life doesn't work like that. And the ones who are this is the thing that divides people. It's like the ones who are patient is over here winning, and the ones who are impatient are over here complaining. Because it's like, oh, I see that person doing that, and I try to do that, and it didn't work. You're not them, it won't work. Time and patience is everything when you want to win. You have to be doing things. I was about to say positive things, but it don't even matter, because like what in everything you're doing, there's always positive and negative. So once you're using your time wisely, which means you're not wasting time, you're actually using your time to doing something productive. You're building something, you're trying to create something, you're trying to wheel something into existence. You need to be patient enough before it comes to pass, because if you stop, it won't come to reality. And the thing is, a lot of people, they won't believe you until your work is getting out there. And that's the thing with life, because people believe what they see. Most people, they will hear you say something and they will sit down and they will say, yeah, okay, go ahead and go sell your little business. Then to them, it's like, I give it 6 months or 4 months. They probably don't say it out loud. But once you lock in and you bring it to reality, that's how you will get the respect from everybody. Because the thing is, people will say they want you to do your best, but they don't want you to do your best. And they will say, oh, I hope your business is okay. But deep down, they're like, why are you starting your business? That's the thing with life. But I'm not here to get into all that. Time and patience is everything when you want to win. You have to be patient enough to wait for the results. If you don't wait, you're going to ruin everything within the progress. Bro, it's like, how many times, I'm trying to use different scenario. So it's like, how many times have you been, say, watching a movie or something, and it's loading, and you're like, I can't wait for this to load, and you click it off. But if you leave it there, it's probably a glitch in the Wi-Fi, or something is wrong with the server, or there's something going on. But if you left it, then it will start to load. It's almost like you're downloading. This makes more example. This is a better example. It's almost like you're downloading an app, or you're downloading a movie, or you're downloading something. And then you can see it on the screen. 0 to 100%. So before it hits 100%, when it's done, you can cancel at any time. So if you're patient enough to wait for it to get to 100% and then it is downloaded, then you'll have the result. That will be the result. But if you're impatient enough where it's like, I can't wait for that, then you cancel it, and then you try next 2 hours, then you cancel it again before it reach 100, then the next day you try it again, then you cancel. That's the same thing. If you're impatient, you're going to keep putting it off. You're frustrated. Bro, it's better you do something, one thing, and you do it right, and you wait, instead of doing 10 different things and you get absolutely nowhere. And I've seen it over and over and over and over and over again, where people get up and they do a bunch of different things. Then as soon as the year goes by and they look back at themselves, it's like, what did I achieve this year? Absolutely nothing. Well, they're not like me, so I'm guessing they probably don't evaluate themselves and whatnot. But every year, I look back at myself. Every year and every birthday, I look back to see, okay, uh, what have I achieved? How much money do I have? how much numbers do I have on my channel? You know what I mean? So it's like, what did I do last year that I actually did this year? Or what did I try to do but I couldn't figure it out and I actually figured it out and make it happen? These are things I look back every year. And if a lot of people spend time looking back at themselves to say, okay, what mistake did I make, or what did I do wrong? What could I make right this year? Life would be a lot better. And a lot of people, they can actually get somewhere in life. But the reason why they keep canceling everything because they are impatient. And if you are impatient, you'll get absolutely nowhere. The only way and the best way possible in order to achieve something and win in life, it could be whether it's big or small. If you are willing to wait, you will actually get the results that you're looking for. But a lot of times, people who are impatient, they're frustrated, they're miserable. Oh, I can't wait for this. I need to be doing this now, blah, blah. Life doesn't work like that. Life isn't for the swift. A lot of people always think, I don't know why they think like this. It's almost like, oh, if I get there first and I win and you lose. Life is not like that. Not because somebody's taking longer to get somewhere, meaning they have failed. But I don't know. A lot of people always think, oh, if I get it now and you don't get it the same time as me, then I win and you lose. But you'll see who will lose once they're both on the same level. And that's the thing. Because, like, let me use myself as an example. Sorry. Ever since I started, like, wanting to become a content creator, if I had stopped, or if I had said, oh, I'm not getting no money off my first 2 or 3 videos, let me just stop and go do something else. You think I would be where I am today? No. If I had say, oh, I started my YouTube and I only got 2 subscribers and I don't think I'm gonna ever get nowhere, you think I would be where I am today? No, because guess what? I understand that everything we do starts from zero. Every YouTube channel you see out there, it doesn't matter how much millions or thousands of followers they have, or subscribers, sorry, every account you see starts from zero, which means social media, bank, stocks, everything starts from zero. When you go get when say you're 16 or you go, sign with a bank to say, okay, I want to use this bank. How much money you got in your saving and your checking account? Zero, because you're not working. So you don't got no money in there. So it starts from zero. But once you start working and you start putting things in and you're putting work in and you're patient enough to not spend all your money at once, what you think is going to happen before you know it? You got a couple $100, then you got a couple $1,000, then that's how it is. So if I was impatient and I was like looking at all these YouTubers making millions of dollars every year, and I'm like, oh, how come that guy's making millions of dollars and I only got 2 subscribers? Let me go cancel my YouTube and go do something else. I would not be where I am today. But guess what? I spend time to understand exactly what I'm doing. I spent time to put the work in, and I was patient enough to keep going, because life is about consistency. You will only get to your destination once you are consistent. Once you keep going, you will get somewhere. It's like, I can give you guys different scenarios for days, but the thing is, I didn't look at everybody else and say, oh, this person have uh 2,000 subscribers and I only got 10. Let me sit down and envy them. No, 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 no. Life isn't about that. Well, from what I understand. So if I had canceled everything and delete everything, I would not be here today. And now, I've been at a point where my work is out there, obviously, but people actually take pictures of me and people actually greet me. People actually recognize me, which is sort of crazy because, like, it's so weird how I would get up and I'll like go out there and move around, or I will sit here and make a couple videos, and then by the time I'm out there moving around, people recognize me. It's crazy and it's actually a good feeling. But the thing is, if I didn't put the work in, and if I wasn't patient enough to wait until my work get out there, would they recognize me? Absolutely not. Because I wouldn't have made all the videos I made, and I wouldn't have ended up making the ones that's going viral. So if I didn't make the one that's going viral, then I wouldn't get out there. Nobody will know me because I'm impatient. So I would have ended up destroying my career even before it even launched it, if that makes sense. So the thing is, those who are patient enough and are doing or are using their time wisely to do something and achieve something will always get somewhere no matter what. Because only the patient one will always see the results. Once you're patient, you will always get somewhere. But if you're impatient, you'll get nowhere because you're going to destroy or ruin everything before you even get a chance to get there. Once you want to win in life, you have to be patient and you have to use time. Time and patience is every single thing. Well, of course, you need a plan, but this is about time and patience. But if you're understanding what I'm saying, you can't win if you're impatient. The thing is, a lot of people, like, I think a lot of people get absolutely nowhere because they look around and they see who's living this flashy lifestyle and they look around and they say, oh, this person is doing this person is getting some money. Then they try to do the same thing. Then once it don't work, they cancel everything and they're frustrated. Bro, God only bless who you are, not who you're trying to be. And a lot of people refuse to understand this concept. This is why they end up getting nowhere. Because it's like, oh, if I see Ty making YouTube videos, I don't like videos. I like to do something else. But he's making videos and he's making a lot of money. So let me go see if I can make a lot of money from doing videos. You think you're going to be like me? No. But if you love it the same as me and you're passionate the same as me, you will end up there too. But if you're not going to get there because you're going to get frustrated along the way. Because life is like, I was about to say learning process, but life is about like loading something, like downloading something, sorry, or loading, downloading, same thing. So once something is loading and you're willing to wait, once it's done, only a few will see the results because only a few was willing to wait until it was finished. But that's just the thing with life is people destroy themselves and they don't even know it. They don't know. And that's the worst thing. It's like you're doing something and you keep destroying everything because you're ruining everything. Bro, it's like you're walking on a treadmill and you select a speed. So if you're walking at a normal speed and like the treadmill is going at a normal speed, you can adjust yourself. You can either walk faster or slower. But guess what? If you walk too fast, you're going to be in front of the screen where you're going to be uncomfortable. And if you walk too slow, you're going to end up falling off the treadmill. Now, if you walk and maintain your speed, you'll be in the center, if that makes sense. And that's exactly how life is. Because if you go too fast or if you go too slow, you're going to affect yourself. But a lot of people, they think, oh, I need to go here and I need to do this and I need like there, don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with wanting to do something or wanting to be better or wanting to become something much better or greater than what you are today. There's absolutely nothing wrong. But the thing is, you have to have patience. That's the thing. A lot of people, they spend time doing nonsense and they get nowhere, and then they're like, oh, but I was patient enough to do this. Yeah, but what exactly were you doing? Let's look around and see what exactly did you do. What did you do? My point exactly. But fortunately, the ones who are always willing to wait are the ones that's always going to see the result. They're the ones that's always going to win no matter what. Because they didn't destroy themselves. They didn't waste no time. They didn't affect themselves in the process. And that's the thing. You see, when we're doing something and we're in the process, it's either you're going to wait or you're going to destroy it. And I think that's what affects a lot of people where it's like while they're in the process, that's when they destroy themselves. Because it's like, oh, I don't see it. And because I don't see it, it's not real. No, 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 bro. You have to be able to will things into existence. First, you have to imagine it. Then you have to have a plan. Then once you have a plan, you have to make moves that support your plan in the direction to actually achieve it. And you have to be patient enough to actually bring it to reality. But if not, how can you see the results? How can you show the results if you weren't patient? How? How? See, that's the thing. And that is what's destroying, I would say, this generation, is that people try to do something and then they destroy themselves within the process, and then they blame everybody and they blame everything and they blame the system. Bro, the system is a whole other story. The system was designed to keep everybody trapped. Those ones who rise above and live however they want are the ones that understand that the system is made to keep you trapped, and they understand that the only way to escape the system is to have a lot of money. That's the thing. I'm not here to talk about the system. That's for a whole different story. But the thing is, time and patience is every single thing when you want to win. Because you have to do, like I said, you have to do specific things, which means don't do no nonsense. It's like going to school. When you're going to school, you learn things every day. And then every term you have an exam to see what you have learned, or if you learn, or if you were paying attention. Then after you do the exam, you have to wait for the result. Then after you wait, you're going to see your scores and see your average and see what number you are in the class, and you're going to see basically everything. And then after, so what if we didn't wait for the teachers to mark our exams, and we didn't wait for the teachers to decide our average and all these things, and we could have actually went in and ruined everything? You think it would be finished? Maybe no. The papers probably wouldn't be marked. But the thing is, that's out of our control, because you do your exam. That's our part. We do our exam and we see if whatever we know, and then we have to wait for the teacher to mark it, grade it, and put our average and everything. We have to wait for them. That's out of our control. But the thing is, a lot of people destroy themselves because they're impatient. They refuse to wait. How can you get somewhere if you don't want to wait to see the results? Imagine taking a bus or a taxi and you're going somewhere, and then you get off the bus. How can you get to your destination if you get off? Now, if you had stayed on the path, you would have got to your destination. And that's the thing. A lot of people get off before they get halfway. Because, the journey's too long. I can't do it. I don't know why me. But that's the thing. Whatever life we're living, we're built for the life that we're living. That's why everybody goes through different challenges, because that's what we're built for. So the strong will always suffer the most, and the weak will always suffer the less. That's just how life is. So if you get up every day and you're like, every day this is happening, it's always something. It should be always something, because you are the person for the job. You're the person who can actually deal with all this. Imagine you or your problems on somebody else. You think they would survive? Maybe no. But problems comes in challenges. And once we overcome those challenges, we can advance to becoming a better human being than what we are today. So once you're patient enough, you can actually get somewhere. Time and patience is every single thing. Everything when you want to win. As long as you want to rise above and beyond, time and patience is everything if you want to win. Trust me. I hope this message was useful for some of you guys. Thank you very much for watching. Remember to like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned. I will be back doing more things. You go enjoy the rest of your day. I'm out. And don't forget to follow me on social media. I post daily on them.